All right, let's dive in. If you're an AI developer building on Azure, I want to talk about a tool that's going to make your life a whole lot easier. It's the Microsoft Foundry SDK, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this. So, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You're trying to build one amazing AI application, but you end up wrestling with a whole mess of different services, different models, different libraries. It gets really complicated really fast, right? And yeah, that's pretty much the biggest challenge for AI developers today. It's all about orchestration. You're not just a coder anymore, you're basically a conductor, trying to get a whole symphony of different tools to play together. And it can be a massive headache. I mean, think about it. To build anything cool, you have to be the plumber, manually connecting all the pipes. You're hooking up your data, your AI search, and of course, the big language models. This whole fragmented approach is clunky, and it just grinds your development to a halt. But what if there was a simpler way? Well, that's exactly where the Microsoft Foundry SDK comes into the picture. It's built to cut through all that noise and basically unify your entire AI toolkit. So what is it really? Think of the Foundry SDK as a universal remote for your AI project. It pulls all those separate pieces, the services, the libraries, all together so you can control them from one single spot in your code. And the best part? It works with the languages you're probably already using, Python, .NET, and JavaScript. For this quick rundown, we're going to focus on Python, but don't worry, the main ideas are the same no matter which one you pick. Now, to really get how this all works, we need to talk about its core, the heart of the SDK. Think of it like a master key that unlocks your entire AI project. It's a little thing called the AI Project Client. The AI Project Client is the hero of our story here. It's the main object you'll work with and acts like a proxy or a go-between for your whole Foundry project. It lets your code talk to everything without you having to manage each connection one by one. You know, the official docs say it lets you access connected resources and use service-specific libraries. And what that really means in plain English is that it does the grunt work for you. It doesn't just give you access, it hands you ready-to-go, pre-configured tools so you can just start building. Okay, enough talk. Theory is great, but let's see this thing in action. We're going to walk through how unbelievably fast you can spin up a simple chatbot using Python. You'll be surprised how few lines of code we actually need. First up, the usual housekeeping. We got to install a few packages. There's Azure AI Projects, that's the SDK itself. Then Azure Identity, which handles all the security stuff for us. And finally, OpenAI, since we're going to be using its chat methods. All right, next we connect to the project. You just import the client, tell it your project's endpoint address, and create the object. And check this out. That default Azure credential thing, it magically handles all the authentication. Seriously, no more copying and pasting API keys into your code. It's awesome. Okay, now pay attention, because this is where the magic happens. We have our project client, right? All we do is call one method on it, get_OpenAI client. That's it. One line of code, and boom, you have a fully authenticated OpenAI client ready to go. And for the grand finale, we just talk to the model. We use the standard chat.completions.create method you already know, tell it which model we want to use, and pass in our messages. And just like that, you get a response. We literally just built a chatbot in, 4 or 5 lines of code. So that was crazy simple, right? But let's zoom out for a second and talk about why this is such a huge deal. This isn't just about saving a few lines of code, it's a total game changer for your workflow. Let's just put it side by side. The old way, with direct API calls, your code is basically hardwired to one specific model. You're juggling keys and endpoints, it's a mess. But with the Foundry SDK, everything's in one place. And if you want to try a different model, you just change one little parameter. That's it. The flexibility is just incredible. So, let's recap the big wins here. You get super simple access to all your project's stuff. You can swap out models on the fly. You can even use the same client to talk to non-OpenAI models like Phi. It all boils down to this, a single central access point that lets you build better, more flexible AI apps faster. And that brings us to the most exciting question of all. When building and experimenting is this easy, when all those technical roadblocks just disappear, what are you going to build? The possibilities are pretty much endless now. Thanks so much for tuning in.